There are new satellite images that show the stalled 40-mile-long Russian convoy near Kyiv that we've been talking about now for days. It has largely dispersed and redeployed. Some of the units there have now repositioned into forests and tree-lined areas. So what does that mean? Let's bring in retired Army Major General James "Spider" Marks to talk about this. Can you show us what these pictures are telling us and what it means for where these tanks are going?
Yeah, I think this is frankly good news for the Ukrainians. We've had that imagery of that convoy, 40-mile-long convoy, now being dispersed, which means supplies are not getting into where they need to go. There's a change in tactics, and they're getting off the road networks because they're concerned about imagery like this and also some potential targeting. So what you can see in this image is they're still on the road networks. But when you look over here, you can see the tracks. They're off the major roads. And then specifically here as well, Brianna, you can see where there are a number of tanks or armored personnel carriers that are now getting off those main avenues of approach for protection.
It looks as if they've gone into a field behind a house.
Sure.
So they're seeking cover, basically?
Completely. What they're looking for, there's two things. There's, without getting inside too much military stuff, but it's cover and concealment. This is concealment, which means I want to get under trees, I want to tuck in next to buildings, I want to make it hard for anybody to really see me. Cover gives me protection from firing. In other words, big barriers and overhead cover that would really protect from bullets and missiles and rockets and artillery.
So that may be a good indication for the Ukrainians that they feel vulnerable, but could it also be an indication that they're getting ready for something?
Clearly what they're doing is the Russians felt very vulnerable on that major avenue of approach. The whole world could see that they were stalled, they weren't going anywhere, and you can't do anything when you're just lined up. You begin to disperse your units. Individual units like this can suddenly, non-commissioned officers and junior officers can get their troops together and begin to prepare for the next mission. You have a very difficult time when you just have this line of ducks on a road. So this gives them an opportunity to prepare. I see this in two ways. One, they're looking to protect themselves, to limit the amount of intelligence that can be derived from this display of vehicles on a major highway. And it also gives them an opportunity to prepare for the next move.